The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Ellie Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliot Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2. Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota, as Post 8 begins this tournament here at the J.D. Memorial Tournament in Minot. As the first game concluded, Brainerd beat Billings 8-5 in pool number 2 in the first game that took a little over 2 hours to get played. So we're a little bit behind. We're going to be starting just right around 12:30 for first pitch between Pierre and Glendive, Montana. And Pierre will then have the game off before coming back around 4:45, which will probably be more closer to 5 o'clock at this point, as Pierre will take on Minot in the final game of day number 1. I was talking about yesterday and had been talking about the schedule before, 12:15 for Saturday. That has been switched with the Mandan-Billings game, or I guess Mandan and Pierre have switched. So Billings will play Pierre at 10 and then play Mandan at 12:15. So Pierre will play at the 10 o'clock game, so it'll be on the air about 9:45 tomorrow morning, and then we'll play at the 10 o'clock game. That'll be the only game of the day that Pierre will have, and then they'll be waiting in their opponent on Sunday and determine on what semifinal they potentially will play in, or if they'll be the 3 seed out of the pool and end up playing in the 3rd seed consolation game at 8:30 Sunday morning. We'll have more details on that as that one gets a little bit longer, farther along here in this tournament. But Pierre coming in after losing a 9-inning game to Mandan yesterday. It was an 8-7 loss for Post 8 after they were able to come back and score 3 runs in the 9th inning. They scored 3 in the first and 3 in the 9th, and also 1 run in the middle. But they came back down 7-4, scored 3 runs, made it 7-7 before a walk-off single was hit by the Mandan Chiefs to pick up an 8-7 win. Now here, Pierre was looking at a 7-12 record, looking for an opportunity to pick up a couple of wins here in this tournament. They start with Glendive, Montana, and then they'll play Minot, North Dakota. They'll play Billings, Montana, and they'll potentially maybe even play Mandan again, Brainerd as well, the other team in the tournament here for this weekend. So a chance to potentially still play 5 games and looking for maybe 5 wins of this tournament. But Pierre right now at 7-12 looking for win number 1 of the day, and Brecken Kruger will be on the mound to throw for game number 1. Just 10 guys are here for the tournament. Johnny Lyons, the only guy not in the lineup in game number 1. He'll have the game off and potentially still could play in this game. Obviously, you don't want to have any injuries ever, but it becomes even more so. You hope to have everybody leave here healthy with having just 10 players to begin. So Brecken Kruger will be on the mound in game number 1. Jed Zabel, the lefty, will catch Brecken Kruger in game number 1. So the lefty will be behind the plate, and the righty will be on the mound for Pierre as they will take on Glendive here in game number 1. The team from Montana, Glendive, will be the home team. Pierre will be the road team in game 1, as we'll have Post State lineup as well as Glendive lineup coming up here in just a little bit as the Eights are about to take their I.O. now. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Minot as we're getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Glendive in our first of two today in a split, basically split doubleheader, as Post State will be taking on Minot in game number 2 of our doubleheader here, of our split doubleheader here today. We'll go through the starting lineups first for Post State, who again will be the visitors in this ball game. Brecken Kruger will lead things off, and he'll be the pitcher. George Staley will bat second. He's in center field. Matt Hansen, the shortstop, batting third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, he'll be the cleanup hitter. Gary Nedved, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Jed Zabel, the catcher, is batting sixth. Connor Bruce, the second baseman, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the third baseman here in Game 1, will bat eighth. And Isaac Pollock will get a chance to be out in the field and get a chance to hit, as he'll be batting ninth and playing left field for Post State. For Glendive, Montana, it'll be the leadoff man, Parker Buckley. The center fielder lead things off. Casey Roundsville, the shortstop, will bat second. Tayden Sokolowski, the left fielder, will bat third. Red Hoffer, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Riley Basta, the catcher, will bat fifth. Derek Reynolds, the second baseman, batting sixth. Jace Curtis, the DH, will bat seventh. Tegan Wall, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Axton Franks, the right fielder, will bat ninth. Mason Ward is on the mound for Glendive, Montana here in this ball game. Getting close to first pitch, Glendive will take their I.O. and then we'll be just about set and ready to play here between Pierre and Glendive in Game 1 of the tournament for both these teams. Glendive will play just one today, and then they'll play 2 tomorrow. They'll play back-to-back games against Minot and against Mandan and then Minot. Mandan will play back-to-back games as well. So Pierre and Brainerd will be the only 2 teams to not play a doubleheader tomorrow, as Pierre and Brainerd are the only 2 teams to play a doubleheader here today. Well, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to play 3 games in 2 days, 2 teams got to play a doubleheader today, and 2 teams will not play the doubleheader tomorrow. Pierre's game, again, is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. 10 o'clock is the start time for Pierre and Billings. After they switch Mandan and Pierre around, it will be a 10 o'clock game for Pierre against Billings. 9:45 starts coverage, 10 o'clock first pitch. That's the only game that we have tomorrow. And then we'll wait till Sunday to figure out who the 8s will play and when they will play as well. So Pierre and Glendive coming up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for another 3 minutes. Come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
And we welcome you back here to Minot Corbett Field as Post-States and Glendive getting set for first pitch, as Glendive will be wearing their blue jerseys, the home team in this ball game. Pierre will be wearing their all whites with the white hat and the black, the white and black hats with the black bills for this 8s team. This is a beautiful day here in Minot, and it's going to be a very nice weekend here in Minot. That looks like the chance of rain has dissipated. 79 in the high. Right now it is 79. Supposed to be only 63 tomorrow and 78 on Sunday. It's a pretty good weekend here in Minot. Looking forward to that. Sunset tonight is at 9:49 here this evening, as we won't have to worry about that in terms of the sunset, as we'll play at 4:45. But we don't have any worries about playing with the lights on here at Corbett Field in Minot. Post State again looking for their first win in their last 5 games. They're now 7-12 on the season, 5 games under 500, and a tournament win, a championship. I guess you can go with a championship and they actually lose a game too. But if you go 5-0, you can have yourself a 500 record going back home before traveling out to Mitchell this coming Wednesday for 2 of 3 South Dakota games next week. Post State will be in Mitchell on Wednesday, then they'll be at home on Thursday for one game against Minot, and then Minot and Renner will be in town on Friday to have a triangular, and Post State will play that second game against Renner, and that'll be a South Dakota game, and a big one for Post State to try and get these 3 games coming up this week for South Dakota opponents will be huge for Post State against Mitchell and Renner. Needing those wins as they're now 4-6 in South Dakota games so far in the season, and they're sitting in one of the final spots to get in. They'd be as the 13 seed playing the 2 seed because, again, Rapid City Post 22, they come out of the standings, and it becomes 1 through 14 after that. They move everybody up a spot and makes it 1 through 14, and you determine the last 7 teams to get in. 2020, the first year, of course, nothing was guaranteed. There was no state tournament host for 2020 because of COVID, so they played that out for the 8 super regionals. They actually had 8 regionals, 16 regionals, and the 8 super regionals to get the 4 final teams. But then eight regionals and 4 super regionals to get the 4 teams. But for Post State, it becomes now, and for South Dakota, it becomes 7 regionals to determine the final 7 teams with Post 22, the host team. And Post State needs to climb the standings, otherwise they're going to be facing one of the top teams in the state to try and qualify for the state tournament as it sits right now. But Post State will take on Glendive here in just a couple of minutes, waiting for the umpires to come out. We should be ready to go here in just a little bit. Post State and Glendive coming up next. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of heat-a-later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of heat-a-later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-a-later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know. My air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here, we are set for baseball here this afternoon as Post States will take on Glendive in game one of our split doubleheader. As the Eights will be hitting first, Brecken Kruger will lead things off. He'll be followed by George Staley, Matthew Hansen. Then after that, the cleanup hitter Bennett Dean, Gary Nedved, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Jed Zabel, the catcher, batting sixth. Connor Bruce, the second baseman, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Isaac Pollock, the left fielder, will bat ninth here for Post State. Mason Ward is on the mound for this Glendive, Montana team. The first game was an 8-5 win for Brainerd over Billings. That's in pool number 2. Post State will play both of their pool teams here today, and then they'll play Billings, the crossover game, tomorrow. As Post State here in game number 1 looking for a strong start to this tournament. Again, just 10 guys here in total, as Brecken Kruger will be the starter on the mound and also the leadoff man in the lineup, as a train will roll through right on cue for the first game. And it gets pretty loud in the grandstand here. It's right outside of the, just past left field. 3:16 down the line. And then it is 3:56, I believe, in right center field, as well as left center field, and 4:10 in straightaway center, where it's got the Corbett Field on the backdrop, and also Corbett Field out in center field. Here is Brecken Kruger to lead things off as he'll step to the plate to kick us off here in the Minot tournament. The JD Memorial Tournament, as Mason Ward is ready to go. Here's the first pitch. It was upstairs for ball 1 here at 12:38 in a beautiful Minot, North Dakota, Corbett Field. A fantastic place to play some baseball. There's the 1-0 is missed low, and it's now a 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 from Ward to Kruger. That one will bounce in, and it's quickly 3-0 here to the leadoff man. 79 degrees here at first pitch. The scheduled high for today as well here in Minot. Won't complain about 79 degrees. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now a 3-1 count here to Brecken Kruger. Kruger yesterday at the leadoff spot against Mandan. He went 1 for 3 in the ball game. Or excuse me, 2 for 3 in the ball game, as he'll foul the 3-1 pitch back, and it's now 3-2. He singled the lead off the game, was ruled an error at first, and then changed to a hit. And he also doubled home 2 runs at the top of the ninth before it was an RBI fielder's choice for George Staley that tied the game up 7-7 in the top of the ninth inning. He's also hit by a pitch and had a sacrifice bunt. The 3-2 pitch is just outside, and it will be a leadoff walk issued to Brecken Kruger. And now here is George Staley, the center fielder in this ball game. We'll see him probably catch. We'll see Grayson Hunsley catch. And, oh, by the way, Jed Zabel is going to catch game 1 for Post State. A lefty behind the plate for Pierre. I think it was one of the teams in the Dakota Classic, as Staley will go the other way out towards right center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Kruger read it perfectly, so he'll round second and stride into third base. It's first and third here with nobody out to kick off the ball game. And it's now Matthew Hansen to come to the plate. Good piece of hitting for Stallion to go the other way. Good base running for Brecken Kruger because he saw that ball was going to get down in front of him and didn't break stride, rounding second on his way to third. And is easily standing up there, first and third with nobody out, and the eights are threatening here in the top of the first. Ward will come set from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Hansen. That one will miss low and away, and it's 1-0. Hansen yesterday went 0 for 4, struck out looking twice. He also flew out and hit a ground ball to the shortstop. Here's the 1-0, instead a pickoff attempt, and back in without a tag is Stally at first base. Fly ball will get the job done to get Post 8 on the board here early on in the top of the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Hansen swings and misses. The throw to second is going to be Stally sliding in safely at second base. On the swing and a miss from Hansen, the count is now even at a ball and a strike, but a stolen base for Stally. Post 8 looking for win number 8 in the season. Right now at 7-12, losing 4 in a row. That one's outside, and it's now 2-1. Hansen coming in to the weekend, I guess the extended weekend, hitting .318. Averages dipped down just a little bit after the 0 for 4 yesterday. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Hansen will pop it up, but it will get out of play behind us, and it's now 2-2. The grandstand here at Corbett Field. The dugouts are a bit unusual, but that's the fun of what this field brings. They're on the corners of the edge of the foul territory here on the infield. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one will miss outside, and the count's now 3-2. Kind of kitty corner in the side, and the concrete is the edge of the playing surface. The turf goes there, and you can play it all the way across to that edge. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That will bounce in. 4-4. It was blocked up by the catcher, and it's now a bases loaded with nobody out. Basta was able to block that one up, as now Bennett Dean will come to the plate. With the bases loaded and nobody out, and a quick mound visit here to Mason Ward from the catcher and Riley Basta. And it's Taden, the left fielder, Taden Sokolowski, the left fielder. Then it is also Parker Buckley, Axton Franks, and at right field, the third baseman, Rena Hoffer, Casey Roundsville, and then it is Derek Reynolds at second, Tegan Wall at first, Riley Basta behind the plate. Mason Ward will deliver the first pitch to Dean. Nearly comes in and hits him. Back him out of the plate. It's a 1-0 count. Dean hit a home run last year here in the Minot tournament. Grand Slam sounds pretty good here in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Dean swings and misses, and it's now 1-1. An off-speed pitch that tailed away from him. Bases are loaded here with nobody out in the top of the first. Post 8 looking to strike here. 1-1. That one misses outside. A slider that was released too far away from the zone. It's now 2-1. Just one hit so far for Post 8 to load the bases up. 2-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's now 3-1. And in danger of walking in a run, and also the third walk issued is Mason Ward, with Dean having a good hitter's count. The bases loaded and nobody out. You got to expect that Ward's going to be trying to fire one in the strike zone here. 3-1 pitch. Dean swings and gets a piece of it. No, he did not get a piece of it. He swung and missed, and it got away from the catcher. And Boston, a run will come in to score. So Pierre will take a 1-0 lead. Looked like maybe he got a piece of it or not, but it was ruled just a swing and a miss. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Brecken Kruger comes in to score, and Post 8 leads at 1-0 here at the top of the first. Now a full count to Dean. The 3-2. Dean will ground it foul over to Peyton Zabel, the first base coach. And it'll make its way into fair territory, so the first baseman now and Wall will have to go after it. 3-2 pitch again upcoming here for Bennett Dean, the cleanup man here in the top of the first with 2 on and nobody out. 3-2. Dean will pop it up into a shallow center field. The shortstop going back, and he can't make the catch. The ball will drop down, and a run will come in to score. Still at second base will be Hansen with the now first and second, and nobody away. And it's now Gary Nedved with a 2-0 lead for Post State. They'll give Dean an RBI single. So now it's Gary Nedved, 2-0 here for Pierre. As Gary Nedved will swing at the first pitch. High chopper. Fielded by the shortstop. Throw to second for 1. And no throw back to first.
The catcher, number 16, Jeff Zabel.
And now it will be first and third here with 1 away as the catcher, Jet Zabel, will come to the plate. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And Zabel's got an opportunity to make it at least a 3-0 ball game. First pitch from Ward. That will be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throw to second for 1. They'll get Nedved, another fielder's choice. But a run does come in to score, an RBI for Zabel, and it's now 2 down with a runner on first base.
Second baseman, number 25, Connor Bruce.
And Pierre has done what they did yesterday, scoring 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Now they need to change the fortune of what they had yesterday, of not just scoring 3 runs in the first, and they got to score 3 runs in the first and pick up a win. Johnny Lyons will go in courtesy run for the catcher, Zabel. As Connor Bruce will take ball 1. That gets to the backstop, and to second base will be Lyons. So he is in scoring position here with 2 away, with already a 3-0 lead here for Post State. Grayson Hunsley, the 8th man, would be the 8th man to come to the plate. He is on deck. Then be followed by Isaac Pollock. There's a chopper up the middle, fielded by the shortstop in Roundsville. The throw to first is in time, and that retires the side here in the top of the first inning with 3 runs score in the inning. On 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After a half an inning, it is a 3-0 lead for Post State's over Glendive, Montana. You're listening to Post State's Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
It is the bottom of the first inning, and Post State already is enjoying a 3-0 lead. Now Brecken Kruger will go to work on the mound. After he scored the game's first run, he is now on the mound for Post State after a complete game last Saturday against Columbus, Nebraska, winning 7-6. He will toe the rubber once more. He is 2-0 on the season. This will be his second start and 4th appearance overall. Given up 9 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned so far. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. One man that he's hit an ERA of 1.75 and a whip of 0.917. So far for Brecken Kruger, that batting average against of 191. 5 of his 12 innings so far have been 1, 2, 3 innings for Brecken Kruger. And helps the longevity and helps you stay in the game a lot longer. As the leadoff man in Parker Buckley will come to the plate First pitch from Kruger will miss for ball one. Jet Zabel behind the mound. A little bit different look. A left-hander here for Post State. Behind the dish, 1-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-1. I think Zabel has even got a actual left-handed catcher's glove too. Not using a first baseman's glove or just a regular glove. He's got the catcher's glove. 1-1 pitch, a line shot right to Grayson Hunsley at third. And the catcher playing the hot corner makes the play. And there's one down here in the bottom of the first inning, and it'll bring up Casey Roundsville. It is Pollock out left, Staley in center, and Nedved in right. Hunsley at third, Hanson at short, Bruce at second, Dean at first. Zabel behind the plate as Kruger delivers the first pitch, missing low for ball one to Casey Roundsville, the shortstop. Buckley, Roundsville, Sokolowski, and then Hoffer. As the 1-0 will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Then it'll be Riley Basta, the fifth place hitter, the catcher. Derek Reynolds, Jace Curtis, then Tegan Wall and Axton Franks, the 9 hitters for Glendive, Montana. There's a ground ball to Hunsley over at third base again. He'll field. The throw across the diamond is in time, and Hunsley's been busy, but he's made 2 plays over there in the first inning. And there's now 2 down. And Sokolowski now will come to the plate. The left fielder for Glendive, Montana. Here in their only game today. They played just once, and then they'll be off until playing the final 2 games at 4:45 and 7 o'clock, 2:30 and 4:45. That one's grounded down the first base line, and that is fair all the way into the corner. Gary Nedved has to go pick it up, rounding second and stopping at second base. And it will be a double. Could have been a triple, stand-up triple for Sokolowski, but instead it'll be a double. And it's Rhett Hofer that will come to the plate. Hofer, the third baseman. Here in this ball game for Glendive, and he's got an RBI opportunity. The first 2 guys are retired to the third baseman Hunsley, and now a 2-out double. Here's the first pitch from Kruger. Here's a ground ball over to Hanson at short. He'll wait on it with the turf. The throw across is going to be in time, and it will be a scoreless inning for Breckin Kruger in the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the second. No score between Pierre, 3-0 lead for Pierre over Glendive. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
As we welcome you back here, it is a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Glendive, as it will be Grayson Hunsley, Isaac Pollock, and back to the top of the order for Breckin Kruger. Hunsley in the ball game yesterday for Post State. He went 1 for 4 in the ball game. RBI single that made it a 3-0 lead for Pierre. As he'll swing at the first pitch and skyed out towards left field. Going back to left fielder. It's going to be over his head. It's going to be down for extra bases to kick off the top of the second. Hunsley will pull up with a double. And Post State is right back in business here in the top of the second with the extra base hit from Grayson Hunsley. That is his second double of the season for Grayson Hunsley. And he'll bring up Isaac Pollock, who will get to swing the bat for the first time since last summer in a competitive game. As Hunsley will lead away from second. Here's the first pitch to Pollock. He'll swing at the first pitch and he'll foul it back. He said he was going yard. He told me that because he doesn't get hit very much, he's swinging for the fences. He'll be trying to hit a bomb here at Corbett Field. He won't get too many more opportunities after this weekend. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is outside, and it's now 1-1. So Pollock is swinging out of his shoes, even with a 2-strike pitch. Well, now you know why. He's up there to hit tanks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block again from the Glendive catcher in Boston. And the count's now 2-1. Brecken Kruger, the top of the order. He is awaiting on deck. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss from Pollock, and it's now 2-2. And maybe the competitive nature of Pollock will have him shorten up the swing a little bit instead of trying to hit a home run. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one comes above him, and he is able to duck underneath it, and the count's now 3-2. You say you're going to swing for the fences, but then the competitive nature takes over, and you're down 2 strikes, and then you want to get up there and just get a base hit. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss for ball 4, and Pollock is able to get a walk with nobody out, runners at first and second, and it will bring the top of the order up, but we'll have a mound visit first before we get back to the top of the order for Brecken Kruger. So a 3-0 lead here for Pierre in the top of the second with nobody out. And at the start that Glendive was hoping to have, it's a haul from Glendive over to Minot. Says it's a 3-hour and 51-minute drive from Glendive to Minot. So, although for Pierre, on the drive back on Sunday, it'll end up being longer of a drive back for Pierre than it is for Glendive. But here today, because we went to Mandan first yesterday and finished up the rest of the drive, it turned into a short drive as Brecken Kruger will come to the plate. And some of the guys on the bus this morning when we rolled into Minot said how weird of a bus trip that was because it was only an hour and a half instead of a normal at least 2 hours. Kruger showing bunt, pulls it back and taking it inside for ball 1. Throw back to second, and Hunsley is safe at second base. 1-0 count here to Brecken Kruger. He led off the ball game with a walk, came around to score on a wild pitch. The 1-0 pitch. Now Kruger will bunt it, but the spin will move it foul, and it's now a 1-1 count here to Kruger. With nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Again, the 8s will play in this ball game. We'll have a game break as the third game of the day will be Brainerd and Mandan, and then Pierre and Minot will play in the final game, which is scheduled for 4:45. But we were just a little over 20 minutes behind schedule, so that could push us back to, depending on how this game ends and the next game goes, it could push us back about half an hour before all said and done. Or this game ends early, next game ends early, we get right back on time. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Instead, a fake pickoff move to second base from Mason Ward. Hunsley at second and Pollock at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Kruger showing bunt, pulls it back and get in the turf, and it's blocked up by Boston. It's now a 2-1 count here to Brecken Kruger. Ward will come set from the stretch. Here's the 2-1. Everybody moved in, and Kruger was swinging, and he ends up popping it foul. And the catcher in Boston unable to find it, although it looked like it went off of the netting before it actually dropped all the way down, so it wouldn't have been able to catch anyway. But that was could have been a scary situation. Hofer, the third baseman, came all the way in. The shortstop was going to cover third, expecting a bunt to be coming from Kruger, but instead he swung at the pitch, and Hofer was only about 10, 15 feet away from Kruger. There's a swing and a miss from Brecken Kruger, and there's a strikeout. And there's one down now here in the top of the second. And now here's George Stalley, the center fielder. He singled back in the first inning, and then later came in to score on the RBI single for Bennett Dean. First pitch is popped up. That one will be foul. That will get out of play. Landing on top of the grandstand. And roll its way back down right to Matt Hansen, who is waiting on deck. The count's 0-1 here to Stalley. Post State with 3 hits so far, but they have runners at first and second right now with one out in the top of the second, leading 3-0. 0-1. And Stalley will rip that into center field. That one's going to get over the head of the center fielder. That's going to go all the way out towards the wall near the 410 mark. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Stalley's on his way to third, as Stalley will be held up at third base. He was looking for it inside the Parker, and ends up being a 2 RBI triple for George Stalley. He is 2 for 2 in the ball game, and it's a 5-0 lead here now for Post State. Stalley drives in those 2 runs. He's picked up 4 RBIs already here this weekend, in the extended weekend of Thursday into Friday. And here's Matt Hansen with the runner on third and one out in the top of the second, and Post State trying to extend this to now a 6-0 lead. And couldn't really see the facial expression from Stalley as he was held up at third base. So I think a little bit of disappointment from Stalley that he had to pull the chute and had to stay there at third base. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Matt Hansen. Hansen walked. He came in to score on the RBI fielder's choice from Jet Zabel. That made it a 3-0 lead for Post State. Now it's a 5-0 advantage. That one comes on the inside corner and taken for a strike. Good off-speed pitch, good breaking ball from Mason Ward, the starter here for Glendive. No action in the left field bullpen for Glendive. There's a ground ball left side. Diving stop by the shortstop. He'll get up. The throw to first is not going to be in time. And it's an RBI single for Matthew Hansen. And it's a 6-0 lead here for Pierre at the top of the second inning. And now here's Bennett Dean. 5th hit of the ball game for Post State. 3rd hit here in the inning for the Eights. And Bennett Dean, who's already 1 for 1 with an RBI. Pickoff attempt. Back in safely. Diving in is Hansen. So the Eights have opened up a 6-0 lead here at the top of the second and want to continue to add to it. Here's the first pitch to Dean. That one is taken on the outside edge, and it's now 0-1 here to Dean. Dean in game number 1 of our weekend yesterday went 0 for 4. He drew a walk, as that'll be just a bit outside. The count's now 1-1. Here to the Post State first baseman. 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled the other way, just past the third base dugout, which is tucked into the corner, and the count's now 1-2. Where everybody sits, the benches are not in any covering, but there is some covering in a built-in dugout behind. I guess literally a literal dugout. Here's the 1-2. And Dean will rip it down the first baseline, but that is foul. And the count remains at 1-2 here to the Post State first baseman. 316 down each line. 410 and straightaway center field where Stalley was nearing that spot. 0-2 pitch, or 1-2 pitch is just a bit outside. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the second, Post State has scored 3 in the first and 3 in the second inning. 2-2. Dean will again grounds that one foul down the first base line. And we'll do it again. That one will make its way at the edge of fair territory, so the right fielder in Franks will have to go retrieve it. Shading Dean to pull. 2-2. And Dean will try and go the other way as he stayed back on that breaking ball, but he fouls it down the third base line this time. Good battle here between Ward and Dean. Another pitch upcoming here. Another 2-2 will be on the way from Mason Ward to Bennett Dean. Hanson takes off. Pitches upstairs. A throw to second. Hanson will slide in safely. And now he is in scoring position with a full count here to Dean. Another base hit could score another run here for the Eights. Give Dean his second RBI of the ball game and second hit of the game as well. Here's a 3-2. That one will miss for a ball four. It will get to the backstop, and it's now going to be first and third with one out. And it will bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved reached on a fielder's choice and then was retired on another fielder's choice in the top of the second. Or excuse me, in the top of the first, as he bats now here in the top of the second. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to second for one. Back to first. It's going to be in time, and it will be a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning here in the top of the second inning. But another 3-run score for Post State on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, and the Eights are leading Glendive 6-0. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
KCCR 1240 AM, 98.9 FM, K255DE Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
It is the bottom of the second inning, and Post State is leading 6-0. As Glendive will have 5, 6, and 7. Riley Basta, Derek Reynolds, and Jace Curtis, the first 3 hitters. As Post State enjoying that 6-0 lead, but don't want to be satisfied until the ball game's over with. The Eights were up 3-0 yesterday. Ended up dropping 8-7. There's a first pitch swung into right center field for a base hit, dropping in front of Stalley. And leadoff man on base for second hits of the ball game now here for Glendive as they open up the bottom of the second with that single. Now here's Derek Reynolds. Have a courtesy runner. And it will be Austin Berry that will be the courtesy runner. That'll be for the catcher in Basta. So now here's Derek Reynolds, the Glendive second baseman. First pitch over for strike one on the outside corner. Depending on the speed of what Berry has, we'll see if we see what Jed Zabel can do behind the plate. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball that is foul, and it's now 0-2. Here to Derek Reynolds, the second baseman. The 6-0 lead here in the bottom of the second for Post State. Here's the 0-2. That one will miss low and away. It's now 1-2. 5 hits so far for Post State in those 6 runs. 2 hits for Glendive. No errors across the board yet as there's a pickoff attempt over to first base and back in safely is Barry, the runner for Riley Basta, the catcher. So Glasky hit a double, and then Basta had the single. 1-2 pitch, a ground ball. Hunsley will field it at third. The throw to second for 1. Back to first is not going to be in time as Barry ended up doing a barrel roll away from basically a somersault to stay away from that double play. It turns into a fielder's choice as the throw from Bruce was not in time at first base, and there's now 1 on and 1 out. And scored 5-4 in the fielder's choice as Jace Curtis now the plate. The DH here for Glendive. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. That's a good first pitch there from Kruger. Again for Kruger, that's ERA at 1.75, a whip of under 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled off the mask of Zabel, and the count is now 0-2. But that batting average against also under 200 coming in this contest. 191 batting average against of Brecken Kruger. Here's the 0-2. From the stretch, he'll deliver the 0-2 pitch, and leaning forward and fouling it away was the DH Curtis. As the ball comes back and hits the top of the netting here at Corbett Field. Soares Valley Sabre Dogs, the Expedition League team, plays here, one of 4 teams, and the best team of the league so far, and by far. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's a chopper that is fouled down the third baseline. And it remains at 0-2 here to Jace Curtis. Taking Wall, the first baseman, is waiting on deck. Kruger's not going to strike out a whole lot of guys. He has the opportunity with an 0-2 count, but just 3 strikeouts through 12 innings. 0-2 pitch. That one is flown out to right field. Gary Nedved is going to be underneath it to make the catch as he loses his hat, as accustomed to Nedved making a play. And there's now 2 down. And it will bring up Tegan Wall. 2 away, runner on first here in the bottom of the second. Again, Kruger, not a strikeout pitcher, but he's going to throw strikes. A lot of guys want to go up there and they want to strike out everybody they possibly can. As the first pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1, but Kruger goes up there and the mentality is I'm not walking anybody. I'm not going to go out and walk. He's got 2 walks through now 13 innings, one of them being an intentional walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch for a long pause. That one will miss in the turf, and to second base will be the runner in Reynolds, so the count is now 1-1. Again, he's not the strike. He knows he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's going to throw strikes, make you put the ball in play, make the defense work behind him, and he's not going to give too many free passes throughout an afternoon. 1-1. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 2-1. Just 3 earned runs against, and now 13 innings, 13 2/3 innings. Here's the 2-1. There's a line shot right to Dean. He'll make the catch. He'll step on the bag at first regardless, just to make sure, but the side is retired here in the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the third, and Pierre has a 6-0 lead over Glendive. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161, and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Reneman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet? But forget your phone instead. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
So ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Top of the third inning, Post State will have 6, 7, and 8 to lead things off with a 6-0 lead as Jed Zabel will step to the plate. Zabel followed by Connor Bruce and then Grayson Hunsley. First pitch to Zabel misses. Low and inside for ball one. 3 runs in the first and 3 in the second so far for Post State. Leading 6-0 here in game 1 of the JD Memorial Tournament for Post State. The 1-0 is on the outside corner. It's now 1-1. In the 8s, will have a game off. Brainerd and Mandan will play next, and then Pierre will face Minot in the final game of the day. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs. It's now 2-1. Got listed at 7:15 a home run derby and skills competition. Don't know if any of the Post State's players will be participating or not. 2-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball by Zabel that will be foul over to the first base coaching box where Peyton Zabel will make the play. And the count's now 2-2, and I think Brian White and Peyton Zabel are chirping at each other from across the coaching box. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a foul tip, and staying alive is Zabel. They're looking at each other, having a couple trying to talk back and forth. 2-2 pitch. That one is outside. That's now 3-2. To Jed Zabel. On deck is Connor Bruce, followed by Grayson Hunsley. 6, 7, 8 here for Post State in the top of the third. 3-2. Taken for strike 3, and Zabel is punched out to open things up here in the top of the third inning. And it'll bring up Connor Bruce. Bruce, he is 0 for 1. He ground out to the shortstop in his first trip to the plate. The first pitch to Bruce. He'll ground that one foul over to Coach White over at third base and unable to make the play. And he's not even looking across over the first base coaching box to look at Peyton Zabel. I think he ended up doing it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one comes in. The curveball that broke very, very late. Bruce was ducking away, and ball just crossed the plate at the last second, and the count's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, and it's now 1-2, trying to get Bruce to chase out of the zone. Bruce yesterday went 1 for 2. He doubled and got into a double play, but also walked twice. The 1-2 is upstairs, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With one out here in the top of the third inning. So far coming in, Connor Bruce was hitting .333. He's got 2 extra base hits now in the season. That one will come in and plunk him. And Bruce is on with 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third to bring up Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley doubled in his first trip to the plate. So far, 1 of 2 extra base hits of the 5 that Pierre has. A double and a triple in the top of the second inning. Helped drive in 3 runs again. That one is fouled out of play on the First pitch to Hunsley. Hanson picked up the RBI as well. Stalley had the 2 RBI triple, and then Hanson had the RBI hit. There's a ground ball by Hunsley in the hole on the left side that's going to get through, and it's now first and second. That was a high chopper, and again, the turf helps jump that up, but in the hole that Roundsville unable to make the play, went off the glove, skipped off his glove, but it'll be ruled a hit. Been a tough play for Roundsville to make over at second or even at first base. And now it's Isaac Pollock, the number 9 hitter. First pitch is taken for strike one. Pollock walked and then scored on the double from Stalley. Runners at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1. That one is taken inside. Another breaking ball that Ward was trying to paint on the inside corner. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the post 8 left fielder, Isaac Pollock, 1-1. That one's on the outside corner. It's now 1-2 here to Pollock. And Pollock on Wednesday had 4 shutout innings against Sioux Falls East. For unable to get that any outs in the top of the 5th as he stays alive on that 1-2 delivery and just got a piece of it to foul away. Still a 1-2 count. Bruce is at second. Hunsley at first. Here's the 1-2. That one will miss away. Gets just away from the catcher. The throw to third. Bruce will slide in safely as he was able to slide around the tag. And it's now first and third. And maybe end up being tagged up by the helmet area around the head as he slid in safely at third base. So he is now at third. Hunsley did not go on that wild pitch. So he is still at first base, and now there's runners at the corners with 1 away. And Pollock, with a fly ball, can make this a 7-0 lead for Post 8. Here's a 2-2. That one's fouled back again, and Pollock stays alive. A good job there by Pollock, and a good battle at the number 9 spot. Brecken Kruger at the top of the order. He is awaiting on deck again to potentially have his 3rd plate appearance in 3 innings. 2-2. Pollock swings and misses on an off-speed pitch. Breaking ball that broke out of the zone, and there's now 2 down, and it will bring up Brecken Kruger. That is the 3rd strikeout of the ball game now for Ward. Runners still at the corners with 2 away. Post 8 trying to score once again here in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Kruger, checks his swing, holds up, and they will ask. Nope, he did not hold up. And it's 0-1. 3 umpires here in this ball game, so even with a runner on at first base, that's one of the 2 field umpires will be able to stay down the line. As Kruger will sky this one out towards center field. Backing up and nearly over the top of the head of the center fielder Buckley, but he's able to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No run score in the inning. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Pierre is up 6-0 over Glendive, Montana. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the third inning, Post State leading 6-0 over Glendive, Montana. And it will be 9-1-2, Axton Franks, Parker Buckley, and then Casey Roundsville, the first three hitters in this bottom of the third inning. Just 2 hits so far allowed by Breckenkruger, no runs allowed through 2 innings. As the eights again play here in this ball game, and then we'll play at 4:45, scheduled for 4:45. Brainerd Mandan will play the game right after this one, and then appear in Minot in the final game of day number 1 here at the JD Memorial Tournament in Minot. First pitch swinging for Axton Franks, and he'll ground that one foul down the third base line, and it is quickly 0-1. Post State's scoring 3 in the first and 3 in the second with 5 hits through those 2 innings. Picked up another hit and now have 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Glendive. A 1 pitch, breaking ball that will miss low and away, and it's now 1-1. So far, Post State has left 4 guys on base through 3 innings, and Glendive, those 2 hits have been left stranded. That one is over for a strike. It's now 1-2. Kruger looking again for strikeout number 1. Here's the 1-2 from the right-hander, Breckenkruger. Popped up right side. Bennett Dean in foul territory. He has room. He'll make the catch. The leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the third inning. And it will bring up now the leadoff man in the order, Parker Buckley, who lined out to Hunsley in his first plate appearance. If you're going to put a catcher somewhere on the infield, a lot of times you'll see him at the corners. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a miss. They're used to put the body on the line, also just the reaction time of being a catcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Buckley. That one will bounce in. George Stalley, the other catcher. Those 2 guys have mainly caught every inning other than here Jed Zabel. Jade Wiebe caught a game last weekend. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will miss upstairs, and it's now 2-1. But Zabel gets an opportunity to catch here in the first game of at least 4 here at Corbett Field. 2-1 pitch. That one is at the knees, and is now 2-2. Pierre could play up to 5 games if they make the championship. Otherwise, you're guaranteed to have 4 before the weekend comes to an end. Here's the 2-2. There's a fly ball out towards left center field. Moving over is the left fielder, Pollock. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And now here's Roundsville with 2 outs and nobody on. And Pollock trusting himself to get over there and make the play. George Stalley. I think, again, for guys, it's hard to pick back up after having a full year of not playing competitive baseball. There's a ground ball that is foul. So there are guys that are able to come back as super seniors because they play college baseball, and a lot of guys, Bennett Dean and Pollock are 2 guys that are coming back that didn't play college baseball. But for Pollock, who mostly was a pitcher only last year, got a couple of at-bats and played the field a little bit, it's easy to doubt yourself, but Pollock made the play out there in left field for the second out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will come inside and miss for ball 2. But Pollock in left, Stalley in center, and Nedved in right. not a outfield that I thought I would see here in 2022. That one misses just a bit upstairs, and it's now 3-1. Casey Roundsville, the number 2 hitter in the order, looking to reach base here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now 3-2 as Kruger is looking for a 1-2-3 third inning. 3-2. Chopped foul at the plate off of Roundsville. And we will do it again here at 3-2. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Post 8 leading 6-0 over Glendive. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Pollock in foul territory. That's going to get out of play. And with the man warming up in the bullpen out in left field, he made the catch. I don't know if I thought it looked like maybe it was number 9 that's warming up, which would be Tristan Jarvis. It is number 9, Tristan Jarvis. So nice catch out in the left field bullpen. Here's a 3-2 again. That one's popped up. George Stalley, the center fielder, will come in. He'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brecken Kruger, his 6th of the year of a 1-2-3 inning. And we head to the top of the fourth. Post 8 leading 6-0 over Glendive, Montana. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Top of the fourth inning, and Pierre is leading 6-0, as it will be George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Bennett Dean, 2, 3, and 4 for Post 8 here in the top of the fourth. George Stalley, who is already 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. Will bat here in the top of the fourth as the first pitch will bounce in for ball 1. I want to really say, but also that he's got half of the cycle already done with probably, well, for the speed of Stalley, the double's not really out of the question. There's a ground ball off the pitcher's glove. The shortstop will field, and they will retire Stalley on a 1-6-3 putout, as Ward was able to slow it down just enough, and Roundsville was able to make the play. And the leadoff man retired here to kick off the top of the fourth inning. And it will bring up Matthew Hansen, who singled in his last trip to the plate. He drove in Stalley, who was at third base after his triple, to make it a 6-0 ball game, as the first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Matt Hansen. Both he and Dean have been on base both times with a single and a walk. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 2-0. Ward's still in the ball game right now. They had Jarvis warming up, but not electing to bring him in quite yet. The count's now 3-0 here to Matt Hansen, with Dean awaiting on deck. 3-0 pitch. Be a 4-pitch walk, and there's 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning for Bennett Dean.
The cleanup hitter, number 13, first baseman, Bennett Dean.
Dean 1 for 2 so far, 1 for 1 so far. A single, RBI single in the first inning. And then he walked in the top of the second. Pickoff attempt, and Hansen back in safely. With a 6-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. This will be pitch number 81 for Mason Ward. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 0-1 here to Dean. Through 3 1/3, he's got 6 hits allowed, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. He has also hit a man. So 6 free passes along with those 6 hits for Post State. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing in. Blocked up, though, by the catcher in Boston. It's now a 1-1 count. Gary Nedved is on deck. Brecken Kruger, on the other hand, through 3 innings, has thrown just 39 pitches, with 27 of them for strikes. 2 hits allowed. That's the only blemish on the line for Brecken Kruger. That one is outside and is now 2-1. Here to Dean. Hansen leads away from first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He'll take off, and Dean will pop it high up into shallow center field. A long run coming in. The center fielder will make the catch, and Hansen will have to retreat back to first, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's Nedved. He is 0 for 2. He reached on the fielder's choice back in the first, and then he grounded into an inning-ending double play. Back in the top of the second inning. Still hits with a runner on base. Hansen took off in that last pitch. We'll see if he will steal here early on in this at-bat. Did not go in the first pitch and took it low for ball 1. As Nedved looks to be a 2-out base runner here for Pierre as well. 1-0 pitch. And Nedved will shoot it out towards left field. That one is going back, still going back, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run for Gary Nedved. And Post State leads it 8-0. A 2-out, 2-run homer. And the first for Gary Nedved. Got a pitch up in the zone, and Nedved belted it over the left field wall. And the Eights now lead it 8-0. So now here is Zabel, who is 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging. That was a shot there from Nedved. Didn't look at what Nedved did, but I think he knew it as soon as it left the bat. First pitch will miss inside for ball 1. With 2 outs, and now nobody on base after the 2-run home run from Nedved. Give an 8-0 lead here for Post State. Here's the 1-0. That one's on the inside corner. It's now 1-1 here to Zabel. So Post State now with another crooked number here in the fourth inning to lead it 8-0. There's a ground ball that is foul. And it's now 1-2, and Peyton Zabel ends up putting his arms up with Jet Zabel grounding it over foul towards him. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Zabel. That one will be fouled out of play. He'll stay alive. Down 1-2 in the count. And the guy who hit the home run goes and retrieves that last foul ball that was grounded down the first base line. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is outside, now 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs now 3-2. And got the outfield wall and behind it the other wall that encapsulates the whole ballpark. And sounds like Nedved's home run ball went over the second wall as well. 3-2 pitch. Zabel was able to check his swing and foul it behind him off to the right side. An interesting redirect there from Zabel, but still a 3-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. 3-2. Just outside, and Zabel will draw the walk. And it's now a runner on first here with 2 away. And Connor Bruce will come to the plate. Johnny Lyons running for Zabel, the catcher. So it's the second time that Zabel has reached base. And now here's Connor Bruce. He was hit by a pitch his last trip to the plate. He is 0 for 1 so far. The first pitch to Bruce. He'll rip it down the third base line. And that was just foul. That was labeled for extra bases if that was fair. Lions on contact could have been scoring on it. Ends up back in fair territory again. So the left fielder in so Kolsky will have to go out there and retrieve it. Here's the 0-1. That one is missed outside. A diving catch by the man behind the plate in Basta. Keep it from going to the backstop. Keeping Lions at first base as well. So the count is even at a ball and a strike. 1-1. Bruce down the third base line. That is a fair ball deep in the hole at third. It's going to be a single for Connor Bruce. As the play was made by Hofer, the third baseman, but he was in the outfield grass by the time he was able to retrieve it and throw it over to first base. And it turns into an infield single. And because of the long throw across, Lions rounded second and went straight to third. So it's now first and third here with 2 away. Bruce now 1 for 2. Post State with 8 hits in the ball game. Here's the first pitch. That one will miss to get away from the catcher, and Johnny Lyons will come in to score. Bruce will end up at second. And the lead is now 9-0 here for Post State. Here with 2 outs and a runner on second, and a 1-0 count upcoming to Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley is 2 for 2. He doubled in the first and singled in the second. Doubled in the second and singled in the third. 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Here to Grayson Hunsley. Isaac Pollock, the number 9 man, is on deck. Bruce leading away from second. A base hit can make it a 10-0 lead for Post State. Here's the 1-1. Hunsley swings and misses and is now 1-2. Another train, third train of the game making its way through here in Minot. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just a bit outside, maybe a little high, crossing the plate. And the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Post State has scored 3 runs in the first, second, and now 3 in the 4th to lead at 9-0 over Glendive, Montana. 2-2. Outside, now 3-2. On deck, Isaac Pollock. He'd be the 8th man to come to the plate in this top of the 4th inning if Hunsley is able to reach. 3-2. That one's chopped foul at the plate over to Coach Wyatt over at third base. So we'll do it again here at 3-2. Couple of shakes it on the mound. Here's the 3-2 pitch now. Hunsley ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. And Roundsville to throw to first is in time and will retire the side here in the top of the 4th. But not before another 3 runs coming to score. 2 of them off a big 2-run home run from Gary Nedved. They had 3 hits in the inning. 2 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 9-0 lead for Pierre over Glendive. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
It is the bottom of the fourth, and Post State has a 9-0 lead as it'll be 3, 4, and 5 here for Glendive as Brecken Kruger throwing 39 pitches through 3 innings, looking to continue a strong start here for Post State. Taden Sokolowski will be the first hitter here in the bottom of the fourth for Glendive, Montana, the Blue Devils. As Brecken Kruger, who has been efficient through 3 full innings, looking for another shutdown inning here in the fourth. First pitch swinging. And it's a miss from Sokolowski, who doubled back with 2 outs in the first inning. He was stranded at first base. One of just 2 hits so far through 3 innings. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now quickly 0-2. Here to the leadoff man in the inning, number 3 hitter, and Taden Sokolowski. 0-2. He'll reach for it, and he will stay alive. And it will still be 0-2 pitch upcoming here for Sokolowski. Here's the 0-2 one more time. And a fly ball by Sokolowski out towards right field. Nedved going back, still going back. It's over his head. It will one hop off the wall. Rounding second is Sokolowski. He's going to try and get his way to third, and he will be standing up with a leadoff triple here for Sokolowski. And he has gotten 2 of the 3 hits, and he has got extra base hits on both of his hits. And now here's Red Hofer, the third baseman. Ground out to Hansen back in the bottom of the first. And Post State right now with that 9-0 lead, 9-run lead. There will trade an out for a run. The first pitch missing for ball 1. Red Hofer 0 for 1 so far with the ground out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, and it's over for a strike. Now 1-1 here to Hofer. The runner on third and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss low and away. Now 2-1. Leadoff man on base for the second time in the ball game for Glendive. Had a leadoff single from Riley Basta, who is waiting on deck. 2-1. The fly ball to center field. George Stalley will get underneath it, and he will fire for 4. Runner will tag. The throw coming in. It's not going to be in time, and it will be a sacrifice fly. And Glendive is on the board. As I said, now a 9-1 ball game on a sac fly from Red Hofer. And there's now 1 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Glendive was able to get one of those runs back in the now here in the fourth inning. Up here still enjoying a 9-1 lead. Here's the first pitch to Basta. He swings and misses. He's singled outside of the double and triple for Sokolowski. Basta's got the only other hit for Glendive so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to Hunsley over at third. It'll be a foul ball, so it will be now 0-2. The throw from Hunsley was short to Dean, but that probably had a little bit to do with the fact that the foul ball was called. right as and before he was throwing over to first base. So the count's now 0-2 to Riley Basta. With 1 out and nobody on base here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-2. That one's high and outside, and 1-2. Not a bad placement of that pitch. Trying to get Basta to chase. Kruger here with the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count's now 2-2. Post State with 9 runs, 8 hits, no errors so far. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors so far for Glendive. 2-2 pitch. Curveball that misses upstairs, and from 0-2 is now to 3-2. Here for Riley Basta on deck is Derek Reynolds. Here's the 3-2. That was fouled right back to the backstop, and we'll do it again here at 3-2. The next game is scheduled to start at 2:30, with the final game at 4:45. 2 hours and 15 minutes in between first pitch. 3-2 pitch. That one is fouled back. It'll roll its way back down to the Post State dugout. And the count remains full at 3-2. And the payoff pitch one more time. Will miss low for ball 4. And a rare walk issued from Brecken Kruger. And there is 1 on and 1 out. And now here's Derek Reynolds.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 12, Brock Clounce.
So a different courtesy runner this time for the Glendive Blue Devils. Brock Clounce will be the runner. Austin Berry was the runner the first time. And now it will be Clounce over at first base. As Derek Reynolds grounded into a fielder's choice, his first trip up will take strike 1. Reynolds, the reached base because of the fielder's choice, but Sokolowski and Basta have both been on base twice. Here's the 0-1. That one will miss low and away, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here to Derek Reynolds, the second baseman. Jace Curtis is on deck. They're trying to keep this a 8-run lead here in the 4th inning. 1-1. There's a fly ball to center field. George Stalley, he will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the 4th.
Designated hitter, left fielder, Jace Curtis.
Here's Jace Curtis, who flew out to the right fielder Nedved in his first trip to the plate. A lot of fly ball outs for Brecken Kruger so far. Total of 5 into the outfield and a couple of pop-up fouls. That one is fouled off the mask of Zabel on the first pitch. And the count is 0-1 here to Jace Curtis. Staley's made both outs here out in center field in this 4th inning. For Post State in the top of the 5th, they'll have 9-1-2 to try and extend the lead. And now right now with an 8-run lead, they'll be potentially looking to maybe add to it and make it a 10-run advantage. 0-1 pitch, misses high and inside, evening the count at a ball and a strike. Tegan Wall, the first baseman, is on deck. Here's the 1-1. That one is popped up. Matthew Hansen will call for it, just in front of the second base bag. He'll make the catch, and that retires the side here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning, and Pierre has a 9-1 lead over Glendive Blue Devils. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back here, top of the fifth inning, Post State is leading 9-1 over Glendive, Montana. And it is a new pitcher, Tristan Jarvis, now on the mound for the Blue Devils, as he will deal with 9-1-2, Isaac Pollock, Brecken Kruger, and George Stalley, the first three hitters. Pollock walked and also struck out swinging, as they'll swing at the first pitch and fouled off the mask of the catcher, Riley Basta, and this now 0-1. Nothing changes in the lineup for Post State with Jarvis entering, or excuse me, for Glendive with Jarvis entering. The DH stays in the ball game as the 0-1 pitch will miss low, and it's now an even at a ball and a strike. Here to Isaac Pollock. Here at the top of the fifth, a 9-1 lead for the Eights. There's a soft line drive into center field that's going to get down for a base hit, and Isaac Pollock has his first hit of the season. And the Eights are in business to open up the top of the fifth. So the number 9 man is on base, and now we're back to the top of the order. And Brecken Kruger will come to the plate. Kruger is 0 for 2 so far. He walked, struck out, and flew out of the center fielder. First pitch will miss low for ball one. Post State will be looking for an opportunity to score a couple of runs. 2 runs will get them a 10-run lead, and will then need to hold on to it in the fifth inning for a 5-inning win. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0 here to Kruger. And they've scored 3 in the first, second, and fourth innings. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled back. And it's now 2-1. They'll roll back it past the dugout, and George Stalley is able to stop it up. The fun of Corbett Field also, get that foul ball right back, and it'll roll its way back down. 2-1 pitch. That one will miss it low, and it's now 3-1. And Kruger have a good hitter's count here. Trying to get a base hit with nobody out in the top of the fifth inning with a runner on. Instead of pickoff move, and back in safely is Isaac Pollock. Jarvis will come set from the stretch. Here's the 3-1. Kruger swings and misses. And it's now a 3-2 count. We'll see if Pollock will get the green light to take off on this full count pitch. Here is the 3-2. Not running, and now Kruger will skate out towards right center field. Going back is the center fielder to make the catch. And there's now one down here in the fifth inning. And now here's George Stalley, who is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He grounded out to the shortstop after it went off the glove of the pitcher to slow it down. Otherwise, Stalley would be 3 for 3. But he singled in the first and tripled in the second. Drove in 2 runs with his triple in the second inning. First pitch is a Line drive right back up the middle. Fielded on one hop to second. Back to first is not in time. And it's a 4-6 fielder's choice as Pollock is retired. And there's now 2 down. And it brings up Matt Hansen.
Number 12, shortstop, Matt Hansen.
Hansen has been on base all 3 times. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Walked the other 2 times he's been in the plate. Looking to extend that as Staley will take off in the first pitch. That one will miss low for a ball 1. Staley will easily steal second base. And he is in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Pierre leading by 8, 9-1. Here's the 1-0. And Hansen will shoot it out towards left field. Coming in, though, is the left fielder in Hofer. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Pierre is leading Glendive 9-1. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
KCCR Pierre, AM 1240 and 98.9 FM, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and Post 8 leading 9-1. It'll be Tegan Wall, Axton Franks, and then Parker Buckley, the first 3 hitters here in the 5th inning, as Post 8 leading it here through 4.5, 9-1. First pitch is over for strike 1 here to Tegan Wall, who popped out in foul territory, actually lined out to Benedine at first base. Was able to scoop it up off the turf before it made contact with the turf. There's a ground ball that is foul over to the third base side. And the count is now 0-2 here to the first baseman, Tegan Wall. 8, 9, and 1 for Glendive here in the 5th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. It's now 1-2. Kruger still looking for his first strikeouts of this ball game. 1 walk so far, 3 hits allowed. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to Hansen at short. He will field the throw across, and the leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it will bring up Axton Franks.
Number 4, right fielder, Axton
Franks, he popped out in foul territory to Dean over at first base in his first trip to the plate. And Glendive trying to find something to get moving here in the 5th inning, but Post 8 and Brecken Kruger has been efficient through those innings. That one's popped up. Brecken Kruger will call for it. He comes off the mound. The center fielder doesn't know that he's pitching right now and let the other guys take care of it. He goes over to the first base and takes it from Benedine, and there's now 2 away. As he has thrown 66 pitches, has Brecken Kruger. And he ran across, halfway across in the infield to make the play on that pop-up. There's a first pitch strike to Parker Buckley. He is 0 for 2, lined out to third and also flew out to left field in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. That's going to get down for a 2-out single. Staley is able to leap to make the grab out there off the bounce to keep Buckley at a single. And there is no 1-2-3 inning for Brecken Kruger here in the 5th inning. But Casey Roundsville now will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2, ground out victim, and also flew out. And it's 2 trips to the plate as they're trying to go through the 3rd time through the order. Just starting the 3rd time through the order here for Glendive. First pitch is missed for ball 1. For Brecken Kruger, a chance to get this final out, and he'd have plenty of pitches still to work with in the last 2 innings. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, and it's now 2-0. That was just pitch number 70 of the day, so he's still got 35 left. And again, the longer that he goes, the more innings that he eats up, relieves guys later on here in this tournament as the count's now 3-0. That's the biggest thing, is the farther that you go on, and the more efficient that you are, it helps out the rest of this tournament. 3-0 pitch. That's a get me over strike from Kruger, and it's now 3-1. With a runner on first and 2 outs, on deck is Sokolowski, who is 2 for 2 with 2 extra base hits, a double and a triple so far. I'm going to leave him to lead things off in the 6th inning. Runner takes off, the 3-1 pitch. That one is popped out to Gary Nedved. He has to come in, but he's not going to make the catch as it dropped in front, and is now 1st and 3rd with 2 away. And it will bring up now Sokolowski, who has doubled and tripled in his 2 trips to the plate. Sokolowski has hit the ball hard both times. Probably could have had 2 triples as well. He stopped short at second base and probably would have been in at third base. That one will be popped up. Shallow right field. Connor Bruce is back there. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. It's a big third out there for Post State. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 9-1 lead for Pierre over Glendive. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
It is the top of the 6th inning, and Post State leading 9-1, and it will be 4, 5, and 6. Bennett Dean, Gary Nedved, and Jet Zabel, the first 3 hitters here for Post State.
Cleanup hitter, first baseman number 13, Bennett Dean.
So far, 5 hits for Glendive. They had 2 of those 5 hits last inning, but did not score a run. They've left 5 men on base through 5 innings. Here's Bennett Dean's first pitch to him. Will miss for ball 1. So far for Post State, with those 9 hits, they've had at least a hit in every inning so far. Dean has 1 of those 9 hits, as he is 1 for 2. That one will miss outside. Now 2-0. Again, for Post State, if they can score 2 runs here in the 6th inning, they'll have an opportunity to end in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is also missing outside. 3 straight misses, all outside the zone, or on the outside portion of the plate. The count is now 3-0. 3-0 pitch. Dean taking all the way, and that one will miss low for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to open things up here in the top of the 6th inning, and it will bring up Gary Nedved.
17, Gary
Nedved homered his last trip to the plate. A pitch up in the zone, and he cranked it out of here. And over the back wall that leaves the ballpark. First pitch is missed low and outside for ball one. He'll be followed by Jet Zabel, then Connor Bruce. Grayson Hunsley and Isaac Pollock, 8 and 9 hitters. They're looking for a chance to hit here in the 6th inning. Nedved will turn on the 1-0 pitch. He'll ground it over to the third baseman. The throw to second is going to be just in time to get Dean for the first out. And we'll score it 5-4 on the fielder's choice. And now here is Zabel. Nedved has reached base now twice on a fielder's choice. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game. Zabel is 0 for 2 so far, reaching on a fielder's choice and also striking out looking. He walked his last trip to the plate. He'll swing at the first pitch, and he'll shoot it out towards left center field. Going back on the center fielder, it's going to get over his head, roll all the way up against the wall. Nedved's going to be rounded in third. He's going to be waved in. The throw from the shortstop going to be coming to the plate. It's up the line. He is safe. The throw to third. That's going to get into left field, and Zabel will score to make it an 11-1 ball game. Turns into a double for Zabel. And then it will be an error that will be charged to the left fielder. Or excuse me, for the left fielder, to the catcher. The left fielder was all the way out in center field. So as soon as that ball got away, Zabel could walk his way in to score those 2 runs. So it goes as a RBI double. Advancing to third on the throw, home was Zabel, and then scoring on the air, charge of the catcher was Zabel. First pitch to Connor Bruce is upstairs for ball 1. So now Pierre has a 10-run lead, and will have the opportunity in the bottom of the 6th with a 0 right now, with a 0 to win it in game 1 of the tournament. 1-0 pitch to Bruce. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Then it'll be Post State would be go to 1-0 in the pool. Glendive at 0-1. The other game that was a final, Brainerd beats Billings 8-5. That was in Pool 2. Billings is the crossover game for Post State. 2-0 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 3-0. And if Pierre would win their second game, they will be into the semifinals, as between Glendive and Minot, one of those teams would have to at least be 1-2. And Pierre would be at the worst 2-1 with the game against Billings. So they would advance to one of the semifinal games on Sunday. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. That is that they, one, still have to win that game. And probably actually even with just a win, they'll advance their way to the semifinals. Although it would have to be Minot would have to go 2-0 against the pool teams. As Bruce will draw a walk. He has been on base 3 times now. He's 1 for 2. Been hit by a pitch and also a walk. Here's Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley is 2 for 3, doubled and singled. And he grounded out the shortstop in his last trip to the plate. First pitch is missing low for ball 1. And Pierre will play the first game on Saturday at 10 a.m. Not the original schedule at 12:15. They're playing at 10. As Mandan will then be able to play a doubleheader instead of having to wait a game because they're in only an hour and a half drive. They're able to go back home each night. So they will play their games back to back. As that one will miss low and into Grayson Hunsley. The count's now 3-0. The first semifinals at 10:45 on Sunday morning. The second semifinal at 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. And if it's the 10:45 game, we will be on Capital City Rock. If it's the 1 o'clock game, we'll be on at KCCR. The championship game is set to be played at 3:15. 3-1. Hunsley with the ground ball up the middle. That's going to be through for a base hit. And it's now first and second. here with one away. And Hunsley now 3 for 4 in the ball game. And now here's Isaac Pollock, who is 1 for 2. He singled his last trip up, his first hit of the season. And now he's got an opportunity with another base hit, and he can get his first RBI of the season with Bruce in scoring position. Here's the first pitch to Pollock. He'll swing and pop that one up. It's going to go back into shallow right field, and the catch unable to be made. There is no infield fly rule, so the throw to third is going to be in time to get Bruce at third base. It'll end up being 9-5 on the fielder's choice. That will go for Pollock. And it's still first and second here with 2 away. The only thing that ends up helping, but well, now the center fielder is coming off the field as he's struggling to. We're going to have a substitution for the center fielder. It will be Clounce. Brock Clounce will come in and play center field as Buckley is coming off the field. Clouncey will take over for Buckley. Didn't see what happened, but he is in a lot of discomfort as he walks off the field. So now with 2 outs, Clouncey will take over in center. Hunsley at second and Pollock at first. And it's Brecken Kruger back to the plate. First pitch over for strike 1. And the bottom of the 6th inning for Brecken Kruger will have the opportunity of closing the game out with 4, 5, and 6 up. Whether that means that he needs a 0 in the 6th inning, or if he's able to give himself some insurance runs. That one's fouled out of play, and the count's now 0-2. A base hit could give a 1-run margin of error for Post State in the 6th inning. Somewhere in the gap could give them maybe a 2-run margin for error. 0-2 pitch. And Kruger will lift it out towards left field as the catch will be made. Retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. But 2-run score. It was a Little League home run for Judd Zabel. He doubled the 2 hits in the inning. 1 error and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-1 lead for Pierre over Glendive. They have a chance to close it out in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of heat-a-later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of heat-a-later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-a-later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
So it's a 10-run lead right now for Post State as we play here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Pierre will have to deal with 4, 5, and 6 of Glendive, Rhett Hofer, Riley Basta, and Derek Reynolds, as Brecken Kruger looking for his 2nd straight complete game in his 2 starts this season. Hofer will lead it off. He had a sacrifice fly RBI in the 4th inning that scored the only run of the ball game so far for Glendive, and for Brecken Kruger and the rest of the 8s, hoping that's the case that the only run does score. First pitch is over for strike 1. Brainerd and Mandan scheduled for 2:30. That will be a little bit behind schedule. We'll be most likely a little bit behind schedule going into our final game of the day, as that one is over for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 here for Red Hofer. Scheduled for 4:45, but could be a little bit, maybe a little after 5 o'clock. 0-2 pitch. That is low and away. 1-2. Kruger still looking for his first strikeouts of the ball game. Here's the 0-2. Or excuse me, 1-2 from Kruger. Ground ball, Hunsley past the diving Hunsley at third base. And Hofer's got a single. And there is one on, nobody out to kick off the bottom of the 6th. And it will bring up Riley Basta. Basta is 1 for 1. He singled and also walked. The only walk issued allowed by Kruger through 5 innings. Here's the first pitch to Basta. That one's over for strike 1. Kruger will be about to throw pitch number 80. So he, again, still got plenty of pitches left to go in this ball game, as the 0-1 is right down the middle, taken for strike 2, and the count's now 0-2. Here to Riley Basta. Kruger will come set from the stretch. Here's the 0-2. There's a fly ball to right field. Gary Nedved over. He will make the catch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Derek Reynolds. Reynolds reached on a fielder's choice and also flew out to center field in his 2 trips. Ground ball can end the ball game, as Post State leading 11-1 here in the bottom of the 6th, or Glendive, Montana. First pitch, ground ball to Hansen at short. He will flip to second for 1. Bruce to first is not going to get there in time. It will get away from Dean, but it will go down as a fielder's choice as Zabel is backing it up, and the runner will stay at first base. So there now is 2 down. 6-4 in the fielder's choice. And it will bring up Jace Curtis. And that runner on first has to come around to score for Glendive. Otherwise, Pierre will win the ball game 11-1 here in 6 innings. Curtis is 0 for 2. He flew out to right field and also popped out of the shortstop Hansen. Kruger deals the first pitch, and he'll pop that up. It's behind home plate. It will land just in front of the grandstand. And it's 0-1. Zabel unable to find it. Reckon Kruger is laughing right now as he was trying to hustle his way back to the front of the grandstand. Well, the count is 0-1 now here to Jace Curtis. Pitch number 84 from Kruger. From the stretch, he'll come set and deliver. That one will get away from Zabel. The runner will take second. And now the count is 1-1, and a base hit could extend this into the 7th inning. But a fly ball, ground ball, and put an end to this first game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's on the outside edge. It is now 1-2, and Kruger is trying to get, potentially looking for his 1 strikeout here in this ball game. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs and a runner on second. Popped up, Bennett Dean. He'll go back. That ball is in no man's land, and it will drop in for a base hit, and the run will come in to score. And we will have to play a 7th inning. And RBI single for Jace Curtis makes this an 11-2 ball game. And Tegan Wall now will come to the plate. Wall is 0 for 2. He lined out to first, and he also grounded out to the shortstop. Here's the first pitch. That one is softly hit into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit as Two bleeders have found their way through on back-to-back pitches, and it's first and second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Axton Franks. So post 8 in the top of the 7th, they will have to hit again, and George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Bennett Dean, 2, 3, and 4 for post 8. Here's the first pitch. That one is over for strike 1. Here to Axton Franks, 0 for 2. Popped out in foul territory. The first baseman, Dean, then he also popped out of the pitcher, Kruger, who went over towards the first base bag to make the play. This one is popped up again. George Stalley, though, out in center field. He will wait underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run scores on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. It is 11-2. Pierre leading over Glendive. We head to the 7th. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know. My air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
It is the top of the 7th inning. Post 8 is leading 11-2. And it will be 2, 3, and 4 for Post 8. George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Bennett Dean, the first 3 hitters here in the top of the 7th, with the 8s leading by 9. That run scoring in the bottom of the 6th has extended this ball game to the top of the 7th. There's a swing and a miss from Stalley. Here to open things up in the top of the 7th. He is 2 for 4. He singled and doubled. Excuse me, tripled. Singled and tripled so far. 0-1. That was a line drive up the middle. Stalley's got his 3rd hits. He is now 3 for 5 in the ball game. And now here is Hansen. Matt Hansen so far. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI single. He's walked twice. As Stalley will lead away from first, and maybe Post 8 looking to extend this ball game, extend the lead, but that will be a double play as the line shot was right back to the pitcher in Jarvis. He's able to make the catch, and Stalley, even if he froze, probably still wasn't going to get back there in time. And so it turns into a double play. And there's now 2 down. And I'll bring up Bennett Dean. That was just the 3rd pitch of the inning for Jarvis. And they will put the shift on for Bennett Dean. Here's the first pitch to him. It's outside for ball 1. The shortstop is playing behind the bag at second. The center fielder is shading far in towards right center field. So a big gap out in left center. 1-0 pitch is fouled back and is now 1-1 here to Dean, who is 1 for 2. He has also walked twice. Singled in the first inning, driving in a run. And he flew out to the center fielder. Be pitch number 6 of the inning for Jarvis. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is outside, now 2-1. For Glendive in the 7th inning, it's the top of the order. But it will be Clancy, the leadoff, Manstev, Buckley, then Roundsville and Sokolowski. 2-1 pitch. Dean will rip it out towards left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to get extra bases for Dean. He'll round first, on his way to second. Dean will round second. He's on his way to third. The throw coming in, not going to be in time. He's got a stand-up 2-out triple. And Bennett Dean's second hit of the ball game as He took advantage of that large gap out in left center field for the triple. And it brings up Gary Nedved, who, well, he's with a 9-run lead. Maybe you're swinging to maybe make this an 11-run ball game and get your second home run here in the first game of the tournament. He is 1 for 4 so far with that 2-run home run. First pitch, he swings and shoots that out towards left center field again. That one's going back. It's over the head of the center fielder. It will one hop off the wall. He's got an RBI double, does Nedved. 3 RBIs in the ball game, 2 extra base hits, as Nedved is now 2 for 5. And Post State is back up by 10, 12-2. And it will bring up Jet Zabel. And Post State not wasting any time, swinging at first pitches in these at-bats in this 7th inning. Zabel doubled, and then he took third on the throw to the catcher, and then the throw got into left field from the catcher to third base, scoring him to make it at that point 11-1 on a Little League type home run. But he is 1 for 3 so far, 2 runs driven in for Zabel. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Tristan Jarvis. That is outside. And the count is now 2-0. Connor Bruce waiting on deck. Post State back up by 10, 12-2 here in the 7th inning. Back-to-back extra base hits with 2 outs here in the 7th. And Zabel now will shoot it out towards center field. Coming in as the center fielder and Clousey to make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 7th. But a run scores on 3 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Post State with a 10-run lead over Glendive. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727. Back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Johnny Lyons towing the rubber in the bottom of the 7th to try and close it out here for Post State after Brecken Kruger goes 6 innings, allowing just 2 runs. We can close the book on him as he had the 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, both of them earned. He had 8 hits against him, 1 walk, no strikeouts for Brecken Kruger. The other, Mason Ward, the starter for Glendive, he went 4 innings, allowing 8 hits. He gave up 9 runs, 8 of them earned. 6 walks and 3 strikeouts. So here's Klaus to lead things off. The new center fielder came in for Parker Buckley after he left with a injury. As the first pitch, a swing and a miss from Klaus from Johnny Lyons. Lyons, he has thrown 9 in the 3rd inning. This is his 4th appearance, 3rd in relief. 11 hits allowed. There's a ground ball that is foul, and the count is now 0-2. He has given up 8 runs, 6 of them earned. No walks so far, 6 strikeouts. He has hit 3 guys, though, an ERA of 4.5 and a whip of 1.79. Batting average against of 262. As that one is missed outside on the 0-2 pitch, and the count is now at 1-2. Buckley in the ball game went 1 for 3. He singled in his last at bat back in the 5th inning. The count's now 2-2. Not a whole lot of strikeouts in the ball game here. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Bruce over at second. He will stay down to make the play. And the leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the 7th. And it will bring up the number 2 hitter in Casey Roundsville. Just 3 strikeouts in this ball game, all from Mason Ward. Everybody's put the ball in play or been walked. I guess a couple of guys have been hit by a pitch, but first pitch is taken for strike 1. Everybody have to be retired other than 3 batters have all had to put the ball in play. 0-1 pitch is popped up. Bennett Dean will call for it. He'll make the catch as he went to his right, and there's now 2 down in post 8 and out away from opening this tournament up 1-0. And we'll get a chance to relax and watch Brainerd and Mandan play. That's coming up next. That was scheduled for a 2:30 start, and we're sitting here at 2:35. So it'll be just a little bit longer before that game starts, probably closer to 3 o'clock. As Taden Sokolowski will come to the plate. He'll swing at the first pitch. George Stalley, it nearly got over the head of him, but he's able to jump to make the catch as he broke in, was able to make the catch, and that will end the ball game. And roll 8 as Post 8 takes the first game with a 12-2 win over Glendive, Montana. Post 8 1-0 here in the tournament. They will play Pierre against Minot in the second game. They are saying a 3 o'clock start for the second game, so be about half an hour. We'll probably be in a half an hour behind, maybe 5:15 with coverage, or maybe 5 o'clock coverage start time between Pierre and Minot here this afternoon. But Post 8, before we get to that point, let's take a break and come back with the post-game show. Post 8 wins at 12-2 over Glendive. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe? Who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do, all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
Pierre picks up a 12-2 win over Glendive as we welcome you back here to Corbett Field in the post-game show as the 8s are 1-0 to start this tournament, and we'll be having a game break before they take on the Minot Vistas in game number 2 of our day. And Pierre was able to score 3 runs in the first, second, and fourth innings and had a 9-0 lead before the first run came in for Glendive in the bottom of the fourth. And then a 2 runs in the sixth inning made it a 11-1 ball game. Glendive ended up getting a run in the bottom of the sixth to make it 11-2. And then Gary Nedved added to that lead again to make it a 12-2 ball game as he had 3 RBIs on 2 extra base hits, one being a 2-run home run, and he blasted out of here and out of Corbett Field entirely. Post 8's at 12 with a 12-2 win, now at 8-12 in the season. They had 12 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base. It was 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 7 men left on base. And time of the ball game was 1 hour and 58 minutes for Post 8's victory here in game 1 of the tournament. They will take on the Minot Vistas in game number 2. That'll be coming up probably right around 5:15 for that second game. We'll be on the air about 5 o'clock here on KCCR, as we'll have it for you on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll send it back for regular programming, and then we'll come back around 5 o'clock between Pierre and Minot. Final score once again, Pierre beat Glendive 12-2. As we say so long for now from Corbett Field.
You've been listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, Dakota Sprinkler, CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas. Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera, Sander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season for Post-8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of KCCR Sports.